Good afternoon and welcome back to Cape Field, Salt Lake Community College for exciting 4A state baseball action. Day 2 of bracket play. Here we go. This is the Bucks Ace Hardware pregame show. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff with you, and we are fired up for some matinee baseball. First up on the slate today, Paul, the defending two-time state champs, Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, taking on Park City.
Yeah, the two-time defending state champs facing the brink of elimination here. And they turn to their workhorse and stud of the rotation, Steele Barbin, 6-1 with a 2.35 ERA. He dominates the strike zone with elite command and location. Look for Steele to try and steal this game for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Steele Barbin on the bump. It was an interesting decision yesterday. It almost paid off huge, but it still works out okay because you almost beat Snow Canyon. You lose a heartbreaker 3-2 if you're the Mustangs, and that's a rematch of last year's state championship game, by the way, so that was a little revenge for the Warriors. And now you have your ace in an elimination game. So, and that's what Coach Abbott told me in pregame. He's like, I got still tomorrow, no matter what. And so, big decision there for Coach Abbott. Now he's got his ace on the mound. They will go with Colton Schmidt for Park City. The Miners with Colton Schmidt today on the bump.
Yeah, he's going to be a guy that's going to fight, and he's going to work the counts, and he's going to try and find location and find the lower half of the strike zone. Attacks the lower half, not really a high pitch, high chase guy. He's going to attack these Mustang hitters, and we're going to see him firsthand here coming up in a couple minutes from Cape Field. We're looking at 10:55 on the big board, kind of a expedited pregame show today, Devin.
Yeah, no question about it. Let's get you some keys to the game. Brought to you by Team D Auto Sales. Team D Auto Sales, 488 East St. George Boulevard. Great selection, quality, and price. What are you thinking?
For the Miners, it's going to be Jacob DeVries. He's the tone setter for them, 329 average, 26 ribbies, 8 doubles, and has some pop with 2 home runs. They will continue to mine for gold throughout the lineup. Another dangerous hitter is Justin Mikolas, a 433 hitter with 3 home runs. So multiple guys with pop, they can hurt you throughout the lineup. I'd look for them to turn it on today. It's kind of that bottom of the lineup hitting. Both those guys down a little bit in the order. For Crimson, stay aggressive. Use your speed and athleticism on the base pass. Ty West, we talked about him yesterday. Didn't have this, though. He's third in the state of Utah with 34 stolen bases and boasts a 524 average. This is a guy, if he gets on first, just go ahead and turn it into a double. I think the Mustangs need to stay aggressive on the base pass, hit and run, stolen bases, all that stuff. So I think that those are the keys to the game today, Team D Auto.
All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups after our national anthem. But we can pick a star watch. Let's pick, who are you really excited to see play today? You got guys like Tyler West, Trey Evans, Steele Barbin. Who's the star watch today? Brought to you by Finley Subaru.
I think in this elimination game, already talked about him a little bit, but it's got to be Steele Barbin. This is a game, the rubber match of the series, the elimination game, whatever you want to call it, and he's on the brink, and they need a big game from him.
All right, as for the Miners, who are you going with?
I'm going to go Jacob DeVries. He's going to be the guy for him, 2 home runs, and he's got pop, and the wind's not blowing as ferociously today. So,
all right, let's take a break for our national anthem. We'll come back first pitch. Stay with us, everybody. Getting you ready for Crimson Park City coming up on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Did you know that it costs less to maintain your equipment than to repair it? Yet 90% of breakdowns are caused by system neglect. Give your heating, cooling, and plumbing the care they deserve. For all your air conditioning and plumbing needs, turn to the experts.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks Ace stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture, your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
Welcome back. We are excited. It is a beautiful day at the yard for some ball and stick. Bucks Ace Hardware pregame show, built by Bucks Ace Hardware. 3 Southern Utah locations. Thinks Bucks for all your hardware needs. The starting pitcher, Colton Schmidt, today. You take a look at his numbers as Tyler West will step in. And Schmidt, 2.21 ERA, 6-1 record in 11 appearances. And the speedster, Tyler West, let's get this game going. And a breaking ball for a called strike from Colton Schmidt. Good start there on the bump.
Really good start as Tyler West, one of the better hitters, the upper echelon hitters on the Crimson team. And we see him stroke one out, foul ball, out to left field.
Get you the House of Jump starting lineups defensively here. DeVries is behind the plate. Gurney at third. Hill at short. McKinley at second. Michaelis at first, and then from left to right in the outfield, Breza, Rogers, and Ince. Crimson, it's West leading off playing center field, Evans in left, MacArthur the shortstop batting third, Barbin will pitch and clean up, right, then Skinner, Andrus, Pincock, Whitwer, Austin Smith the catcher not hitting to start this game. And quickly now, 1-2 the count. Wind, just gentle little 6-7 mile an hour breeze blowing kind of from right field across the diamond towards left. And that's a rip shot up the middle and a leadoff hit for Tyler West.
Started off, get the line moving, and Tyler West on, but it could be stretched into a double here. As we talked about in the pregame show, his 34 base is good for third in the state. This guy's got some speed on the base pass, and I think we're going to see it early.
No question about it. He can get down to first. Major league speed. Saw him make an athletic running catch in the outfield.
Really, track speed is the best way to describe him. It's kind of a different type of speed.
Correct.
Straight line, just so fast and quick.
So here is Trey Evans, the big bopper. Had a hamstring injury last year. Got hot. Obviously got it going in the state tournament. Helped his team to back-to-back state championships. He is going to be taking his talents to College of Southern Nevada next year.
Trey with 3 home runs on the season. Got some pop, 342 as far as contact goes, so he can do a little bit of both.
Yes, he's got plenty of home run power, and he knows with speed on the base pass what to do. He needs to put the ball in play and let Tyler West put the wheels in motion.
It looks like Schmidt very aware of Tyler West's base stealing prowess, throwing over there already.
And breaking ball stays out on the half of the plate. Maybe got the black there for a strike.
Good frame there by DeVries, I thought.
Little headset shuffle here. Paulie and I switching headsets in the broadcast booth. Snap throw over to first, and Tyler West is back in time.
That's 2 throwovers now. Going to have a counter by the end of the game for Tyler West throwovers, as most everybody knows that he's thinking about going.
Yeah, he's
Looks
so
like
fast.
The Miners did their pre-scout on Tyler West. They know that he is capable.
And he's going, and it's a hit and run. They'll throw to second just in time to transfer on to first, and he can't make the dig. So it'll go 5-4, but they can't get the double play, but they get Tyler West at second base.
And as we see on the replay here, Tyler West's speed putting pressure on the second baseman, not able to get the ball over cleanly for the transfer, and now we got 1 out, 1 on for the Mustangs.
Here is Jason MacArthur, the shortstop for the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs.
MacArthur with a triple yesterday, RBI triple. Got around the bases quickly.
Yeah, he can fly.
He's got some speed as well. A lot of the Mustangs doing, it looks like all the Mustangs doing the stirrup look today.
Yeah, they got the
White and red socks.
the high sock look. Yeah, the all blue with the white numbers. Miners got the all whites with the black stirrups for the most part. And that one lifted out into right field. Coming in is the right field. He calls off the second baseman and makes the catch.
Good start here for Schmidt as he's starting to figure things out.
Yeah, you're right. You know, you get a fielder's choice, and then you got a pop up against the top of this Crimson lineup, and that's a good start there for Schmidt. And here's the pitch. Bender called strike. A breaking ball working nicely for Schmidt.
Yeah.
Trade me back headsets, Paulie. Thank you. Just game one moments underway here from Kate Field, and still Barbin watches that one zip in. The count evens up at 1-1. Glad you're with us on the Fan Sports Network on radio, presented by The Boulevard on the live stream, KSLSports.com. Coverage presented by UCCU Credit Union here. Last night was a marathon. We had a lightning delay for an hour and a half last night in the sixth inning of the nightcap. That was the Desert Hills Bear River game. They finally resumed play about 10:35 p.m. The game started at 7 o'clock, and we finished up just after 11 o'clock. And Desert Hills won 9-7, hanging on to win. And they will play Dixie tonight. Snow Canyon will play Timpanogos later this afternoon as that one's lifted into shallow center field. And easy play there coming in, making that catch was Griffin Rogers. And pretty good start for Colton Schmidt, the Park City Miners defense. No runs, one hit, one left on base. We go to the home half of the first inning. No score here on our Wilkinson scoreboard. Be right back.
Transform your outdoor space with The Awning Company, St. George's top choice for awnings and outdoor enhancements. We specialize in making your backyard your favorite room of the house. With customizable options for every budget, from small projects to complete backyard remodels, we do it all. Experience superior craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and personalized service that sets us apart. For a limited time, enjoy 25% off in-stock kitchen components. Visit us at 735 South Bluff or go to theawningco.com. Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Steele Barbin getting his warm-up tosses in after Colton Schmidt, the Park City Miners, got it done in the top half of the inning, even though a leadoff single by Tyler West. Crimson couldn't do anything with it. Let's look at the numbers on Steele Barbin this year, Paulie. He has been the guy. Like, you had the two lefties last year, and they both graduated, you know, Bo Sampson and Javen Ross, but now it's kind of he's the flamethrower. He's the quarterback of the football team. He's the starting senior pitcher of the baseball team.
That's right. He's the ace. He's the stud, whatever you want to call him, of the order. 2.35 ERA, 6-1 on the season with 47 strikeouts. This is a power pitcher. This is a guy that goes after hitters, and I'm excited to see him today. He was our Findlay Subaru Star Watch, as really the season hangs in the balance today, and there's no one you'd rather have on the mound than Steele Barbin if you're the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs and Justin Abbott.
Here is Barban to face the leadoff man for the Miners, number 8, Griffin Rogers, the center fielder. Saw him make that catch out there in center to end the inning. And fastball challenged him, fouled into the dirt. It's a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Appreciate our pregame sponsors. Didn't have a long pregame. I want to thank Finley Subaru, Bucks Ace Hardware, House of Jump, bringing you our starting lineups. Ran through those rather quickly. We'll set the defense for you here for Crimson Cliffs after this pitch. And Barban, the 0-1 high. It's Barban pitching, Austin Smith behind the dish, Andrus at third, MacArthur at short, Pincock at second, Skinner over at first. Evans is in left, Tyler West in center field, McKay Wright is in right field. Another Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Miners scored 2 runs in the 7th against Timpanogos to tie it 2-2, only to see a walk-off at the end of the night last night, losing 3-2 to Timpanogos. Heartbreaker for the Miners.
It was, absolutely, but good resolve here. They look good, sharp early, and here they come for Steele Barban to the plate.
And that's fouled back again off the bat of Rogers. After Rogers, the 2-hitter, Justin Michaelis, the first baseman, Jacob DeVries, the catcher. That's the guys due up here, 1, 2, 3 for Park City. Just another nice day. Yesterday was weird weather-wise, wasn't it, Paulie? We saw wind one direction, wind the other direction, no wind in a game, and then a lightning storm, and the rain was coming down sideways for over an hour last night.
Good-looking pitch there from Steele for the first K of the game and his 48th of the season. Rings up leadoff man for the Miners.
Strikeouts brought to you by SNS Mechanical. Sorry, I lost my mic for a second there. And here's Barban now going to work on Michaelis. What was I going to say? I had a thought, and then I got distracted. It'll come to me.
That's right.
Oh, I was talking about the weather. Today, though,
yeah.
It's supposed to be just beautiful all day. I don't think we're going to get any lightning storm today, Paulie.
I don't think so either. Clear skies, not a dark cloud out there, but those dark clouds formed quickly last night, so not going to rule it out, but fingers crossed we get a nice day of weather today.
Michaelis is a .433 hitter this year. 3 home runs from the left side. And there's a called strike and a count now 2-1. Looks about 6'3", 6'4", 250. Big, strong left-handed hitter here in Michaelis.
Yeah, he was part of the Finley Subaru Star Watch and keys to the game for the Miners, as he's a guy with pop. He can definitely take one out of the ballpark and add a number to the scoreboard here early for the Miners. Like you said, big body kid, definitely a strong guy from the looks of it. And he's handling that twig pretty well as Barban as his next pitch, and that one's a low and away.
And count rolls full. If you're listening on radio back in St. George on the Fan Sports Network, just know you can go to our website, links are up, or you can just go directly to KSLSports.com. Go to Prep Sports, and then you can watch this game. And there's a good at-bat there, a little battle won by Michaelis. He draws the base on balls in the first base run of the game for Park City.
Miners trying to put together a little one-out rally here in the first inning.
Park City's been battle-tested in the playoffs already, especially by Pineview last week, and then obviously a good Timpanogos win yesterday.
Sure.
But their region was not as good as, say, a Region 9 or a Region 11 this year. So you weren't exactly sure how good this Miners team was. And I guess we'll find out and see how long they can stick around. We'll see if they can get it done. I mean, this would be a huge win for them with their backs against the wall in an elimination game against the 2-time defending state champions. Barban, the delivery, swinging and a miss. Slider, dirty one. And DeVries couldn't find it.
And we're looking at Steele Barban checking the runner at first. And the delivery to the plate. And that one's going to get away. That's a big man on first, chugging down the line for a steal second base.
Yeah, DeVries at the bump. And Austin Smith, he tried to slide and block there, but as it hit the shin pad, it ricocheted just far enough away. And Michaelis, he was watching, he was paying attention. He was ready to go.
He was. I'd like to check Michaelis' steals on the season. He's a big fella. Let's see if he's got a few on the year. That might have been one of the first.
Of course, Paulie wants to check stolen bases for the big man.
Of course. Always a lover of the big men out there. 7 stolen bases on the year for Michaelis, so he gets out there and runs a little bit.
Okay. I love it. 2-2 the count here. 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. No score. Still Barbin. Rocks, fires, and that one just a bit downstairs. And it's 3-2.
And DeVries, a guy, a top performer for the Miners. One of their better batters, and a fighter, too. A guy that sees the ball really well as he takes a big cut at that one and goes down, though.
Strike 3 and S&S Mechanical strikeout. The second already in 3 batters' face for Still Barbin. And here is Ashton Gurney, the third baseman. You see the Ochre Mountains in the distance here. You can see the American flag out there next to the scoreboard. Just kind of fluttering a little bit. Little slight 3-4 mile an hour breezes all here.
Gurney, a .408 hitter, 25 RBIs, 12 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run. So he can slug the ball.
And he got him. Plunked. And that one right up on the left hand of the bat. He couldn't get out of the way. Maybe the left wrist area. And Barbin didn't want to hit him there. Had first base open, obviously, but that was the fastball.
Little conversation among the umpires coming here.
What are they talking about? This is the crew that had the nightcap last night. They get the morning game today, so they were up late, up early.
Yeah. Hooting with the owls at night and rising with the birds in the morning, right?
What will Paul's next saying be? You just heard it right there.
There it is.
Your dad used to say that when he'd wake you up in the morning?
Hooting with the owls, but you got to sing with the birds in the morning, my friend.
I like it.
You got to do both.
Poetic. Appreciate some of our great sponsors while they're talking things over. A little meeting between the umpires brought to you by Luke Udy. Luke Udy and Associates, American Family Insurance Agent for great service, great rates. Get a free quote on your home, auto, or life insurance. Call Luke today, 435-251-9102. Foul Ball is brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. Strikeouts brought to you by S&S Mechanical. Downey's Furniture, our stats sponsor today. Cache Valley Bank, our home run sponsor. Of course, we got a bunch of awards. You'll hear all week long our Finley Subaru Star of the Game. You'll hear AWP Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. We've got our Defensive Play of the Game, Energy Play of the Game. We've got everything to highlight these great student athletes.
Absolutely. Plenty of awards to dole out. The Johnson Pediatric Post-Game Show. I'm already looking forward to it. But we got a great game to consume here, and a little longer meeting than I expected.
Are they taping the left arm, wrist area, Paul? Are they putting some tape on, or are they just checking him out?
I think they're checking him out.
Okay.
Seeing his pain tolerance and seeing how much he's going through right now. It did look like a tough spot to get hit. As we see the shot from our crew. Great shot by Blake there, zoomed in on the interaction between the Miners coaching staff and players.
And now the coach coming out to talk with the umpire a little bit more here. And hopefully we'll resume action momentarily. No score here early on. Bottom of inning number 1. Park City head coach David Fiesler.
It looks as if He's still in the dugout, I believe. Now they're returning to the dugout, the coaches.
Yeah, Ashton Gurney, he's going back to the plate. So just an injury delay, really, I think, just to check the wrist and retape. I don't know if the conversation was, did it hit the bat or his hand? And now we're ready to resume play. Lengthy delay, though, and nothing changes. 1 on with 2 outs, and it's a 1-0 count. Now 2-0 as that Bender stays way outside from the pitcher, Steele Barban of Crimson Cliffs.
Steele looking good early here. Had 2 strikeouts, of course, in this top half of the inning. Really going after people, taking no prisoners.
And swinging a chopper down that left field line. Gurney kind of stretching out. And he'll get ready to step back in. He's got that toe protector plate, that shin protector on that left foot. Again, Gurney hitting this year at a 408 clip. So another guy hitting above 400 for the Miners. Third baseman. Almost started that 5-4-3 double play, but got West at second, but couldn't quite get that relay, just not in time, by half a step late. And check the swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. The ball gets away, so Gurney's going to take off. He got a late start, but no throw from Austin Smith. So Gurney is going to reach on a K that got away from Austin Smith.
And runners on the corners now for the Miners. And a dangerous situation here early for Steele Barban, as with the 2 strikeouts, you think he was going to maneuver through this inning, but the Miners had other ideas as they're starting to stage a little bit of a 2-out rally here.
Barban looking towards his dugout, now flipping the baseball from the bare hand to the mitt. Now just tossing it. Austin Smith out there running through some signs. Today's game brought to you by Dealer Collision, proud sponsor of Region 9. Your choice for dealer collision repair if you've been in an accident. Remember, you choose who fixes your vehicle. Choose Dealer Collision in St. George. Here is Lars Ince, the right fielder, number 5 batter in this Miner lineup. Left-handed batter against the right-handed Steele Barban. First pitch, chopper down the line at first. Stepped on the bag there. Skinner. Nice job, Kyler Skinner. Skinny makes a great glove and then didn't have to go but half a step to get out of the inning. So they do get a little something going, but then Steele Barban shuts the door. So no runs, no hits, and 1 left on base, and we're through 1 full inning. No score on our Wilkinson scoreboard. Miners and Mustangs. More action when we come back.
This is Parker. This is Jason with Team D Auto Sales.
Supporting local sports for over 20 years.
That's 2 decades. Come to Team D Auto Sales at 488 East St. George Boulevard.
Or teamdautosales.com.
Yeah!
Team D, Team D.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed holiday special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
Hey, we are back live here at Kate Field, home of Salt Lake Community College. And we go to the top of inning number 2. Miners are the home team. They are the 6 seed. Crimson is the 7 seed. And McKay Wright ready to lead things off. McKay Wright's family's all big golfers, but this kid's all baseball, all football. And still just a junior, Paulie.
Yeah, we saw him be stud linebacker for the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, over 100 tackles. Had a huge interception in the state championship game.
Has he got a star by his name or 2 stars by his name yet? He's been doing a lot of the – he'll be doing a lot of the summer stuff. And don't be surprised if this kid plays college football instead of baseball. I haven't talked to McKay recently to see where his heart's at lately. It's funny. Sometimes you love a sport when you're young, and then when you get to high school, you know, freshman, sophomore year, you can love one. By the time you're junior, senior, you can fall in love with another sport just based on – you know, competitiveness, teammates. This kid obviously loves playing any sport he can get his hands on.
That's right.
And there's a good pitch from Schmidt. Colton Schmidt looks dialed in right now.
I like this wind. There's not a lot of wind out there. McKay Wright, a guy with 4 home runs. He's got pop. Would love to see him send one out here for the Mustangs, get this game going. You know, we're seeing a little slow start here, 0-0. Pitchers duel up to this point, but –
which, you know, they
one swing in the bat, and it's a different game.
Both got good pitchers, but look, this is a 366 team batting average for Park City and a 350 team batting average. There he's chopping some wood into left field. That is a sharply hit single by McKay Wright to lead off the second for the Mustangs. And that's exactly what Coach Abbott wanted from McKay Wright there. Leadoff hit, and here is Skinny. I call him Skinny. His name's Kyler Skinner. but Skinny has he's one of those grinders that you just love. He is last year's version of Jager Baldwin. Like, he'll get dirty, he'll take hits, he'll take bumps. He took a ball off of his nose at second base, kind of a utility guy, hot shot to third. And they're going to throw, and I don't know if he got to the bag just in time. McKay Wright sliding in there. They're going to say out by a millisecond. Wow, that throw, the second baseman was late coming over to cover, and that was closer than it probably needed to be for Park City, but they do get the lead runner here. Take another look. First pitch swinging by Skinny. And you're going to watch the second baseman. He's late to get over there and has to go find the bag quickly.
Got it just in time, just in the nick of time, but now Parker Andrews steps in. Another one of the multi-sport athletes on the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, captain on the football team, headed to SUU to play for Delane Fitzgerald in the fall.
Yeah, and I think he's in the rotation as a freshman. His body is college ready. Of course, his brother Bronson, great football, baseball player back in the day. He was the oldest brother. Got another brother that played baseball with at Crimson that already graduated. Parker the baby. Dad Nate was a great player back in the day. But, yeah, he is all in on football.
Yeah.
I was talking with one of the assistant coaches at SUU, and they're like, we think he's going to come in and give us 30 to 40 snaps as a freshman. That's a big deal.
That is.
At the Division I level.
To start as a true freshman is huge at the Division I AA level, and that's amazing.
He's not worrying about that right now. He's worried about maybe a smoke show and get this thing out of the park here. It's 400 to straightaway center at Slick, 380 in the alleyways and left and right center, 335 down the left field line, and 339 the short porch and right.
Parker, a 281 hitter.
We only saw one home run yesterday.
Yeah, one long ball, but Jace Fillmore, it was an exciting one, 3-run shot. So
that was the difference in the game. That's what propelled Desert Hills to the win. They're going to try to swipe a bag, swing and a miss, and Skinner is going to be safe down there at second base.
And that was one of the Team D'Auto keys to the game, aggressiveness on the base pass, and we see it from the Mustangs. As we saw early when Ty West got on, the 3 or 4 throw-overs as they knew he was going, and Skinner just says, I'll grab a base. You're not going to throw over on me. I've got some speed. And he gets over to second quickly, and now runner in scoring position.
Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff with you. Paul, over under 1.5 total home runs today hit in the 4 games.
At Kate Field today.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to say over. And the wind's not as ferocious today. It's not going to knock down as many balls. I think we're going to see a few fly out of here.
We saw 1 in 4 games yesterday, but the wind was blowing in the morning. The wind is blowing kind of from right to left. So if you pull it here, Parker Andrus, that 335 and left down the line, you would get a little wind aid, kind of similar to what we saw last night, but not as much wind. We saw some balls get knocked down if you get the exit velo too high off the barrel and the angle's not good. But if you smoke one to left, it'll get out in a hurry.
Yeah.
2-2 count on Andrus. Here's Schmidt. Swing and a miss. Got him. It's an S&S mechanical strikeout. Down goes Big Parker Andrus.
Scintillating stuff from Schmidt there as perfect location on the pitch. And Parker Andrus goes fishing a little bit as swinging K. And now 2 outs for the Miners. And see a little UD Associates conference a meeting on the mound there.
Game of the day brought to you by Outdoor Living, luxury outdoor furniture, and the Awning Company as well. Get your outdoor shade from the Awning Company. You mentioned Chachi Pincock, who's stepping in. He's one of about 7 Region 9 guys that's committed to go play at Glendale Community College for the Gauchos after their senior season is over this week.
That's going to be awesome. The caravan of guys from Region 9 going down there.
2 Warriors, 2 Flyers, 2 Mustangs, I think it is. Logan Levitt's going. Hayden Smith from Snow Canyon. Jackson Kirby from Snow Canyon. Trevor Pincock. Everybody just calls him Chachi, though. That's his nickname. His dad gave him that nickname over a hot sauce incident at a restaurant when he was a kid, from what I understand. That's the Chachi nickname. And there's a little dirty bomb. Out there is the shortstop, and he gets to that ball. How about that play by Keller Hill? Tracking it down, Red Rock Real Estate replay. Just a little blooper, trying to find some green grass going out, and great camera work there for out number 3. We played 1.5 here. No score between the Mustangs and the Miners on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Back to Kate Field after a message from our great local sponsors.
Did you know that it costs less to maintain your equipment than to repair it? Yet 90% of breakdowns are caused by system neglect. Give your heating, cooling, and plumbing the care they deserve. For all your air conditioning and plumbing needs, turn to the experts.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out, with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Hey, we're back. Did you miss us? Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Boulevard Home, bringing you high school baseball here on the Fan Sports Network and simulcast on KSLSports.com. Stockton Jukes, our producer. Blake O'Rulin is our camera guy today. We got a 4-man crew up here. I feel like we were going to do the center field camera today. Our wireless receiver, it's too far out center field through the glass here. And so we've got a little bit different angle for you, for those of you that were watching yesterday. And hopefully a little enhanced viewing experience for you today. Later in the week, we're probably add another camera and give you even more angles as we get closer to crowning a state champion on Saturday here at Salt Lake Community College. Still Barwin to work the home half, gets a grounder out there, and nice play at short by Jason MacArthur, 6'3", the putout.
Good-looking start for Steele, pitching to contact, getting the ground ball on the ground there, and an easy put away for the first out of the inning. And he's cruising along here, 2 strikeouts. Wiggled his way out of any earned runs last inning, and looking to regain the form here.
Colton Schmidt, ground out. This is Matthews, the DH. Royal Matthews.
Good name.
I love the name Royal because I went to Royal City High School in Washington State. And a big cut from Royal. Royal came up empty.
Royal, a .319 hitter. 28 RBIs.
Barban, fastball, slapper out on the ground to second. Chachi up with it, and a 4-3 put out. And quickly 2 away.
Steele showing a little bit different parts of the arsenal this inning, as got the 2 strikeouts and 1 backwards K last inning, but this inning pitching to contact, getting efficient ground ball outs, keeping that pitch count low, as he's looking to go deep in this game for the Mustangs.
Here is Keller Hill, just made that great diving catch going out from short into left field. He's a 273 hitter, and there's strike 1. Nobody on, 2 outs, bottom of inning number 2. Miners are the home team for this scheduled 7-inning contest. This is an elimination game. Winner moves on to tomorrow at 11 a.m. Loser season comes to an end. Swing and a miss, big cut by Keller Hill, and he came up empty.
We saw Braxton Yates so quick to the plate, Kyson Goat so quick to the plate. Steele Barbin a little more deliberate, takes his time up there on the mound and digs in and looks to get his K here.
And slider or fastball that stays down and away, way outside there. Good block by Austin Smith to keep that in front. Nobody on base here, wouldn't have mattered, but you like that wall behind home plate from your catcher. Nothing gets past him. And a slow roller out to short, backhanded by MacArthur. And the throw is in time. Nice little dig by Skinny over there at first base. Put him up and put him down. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We're moving to the third when we come back on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network. No score here between the Mustangs and, of course, the Miners.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hey, we're back. And we go to the third, Paulie. Little no-scoring defensive pitcher's duel starting to brew here.
Yeah, with both teams facing elimination in this game, this is definitely a high-stakes situation. And both pitchers know it, and they're pitching up to that level of the game that this has become. And we're seeing an early 0-0 draw. But I think we're going to start seeing offense here soon.
First pitch from Colton Schmidt. Bingo. Down Broadway. Strike 1. This is Whitworth, the DH, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, and then back to Tyler West, top of the order. Trey Evans batting third here in the top of inning number 3. Whitworth slaps it over to first. He's going to flip it to the pitcher covering, and Schmidt is there, half a step ahead of Whitworth for out number 1.
Good play, good cover there. It looked like it was, as we see on the replay a little bit here, it didn't look like the coverage was there as it was coming late, but it was a really bang-bang play at the first base.
Yeah, half a step, though. 11:37 here, 37 minutes into this scheduled game. Next game is scheduled for 1:30, then 4:30, then 7. 2 teams will exit stage left today. One of these 2 teams, and then either Ridgeline or Park City. That'll be the next game. Stockton Jukes will have the call here on KSLSports.com. And there's a shot, and Tyler West is 2 for 2, just lacing it up the middle for a nice one-out single.
And might as well get ready to start thinking about the double here for Tyler West, as he's going to try and steal second. I know he is. And see if there's a hit and run, or they're trying to get aggressive here. I'd really like to see the Mustangs take advantage of their athleticism on the base pass.
Schmidt has been great against
There he
everybody
goes.
except West, and West's going to try to swipe second, and he does. It's a Finley Subaru stolen base by Tyler West. There's that blazing speed, Paul.
That's right. Was calling for it, and there it was as Tyler West just gets a great jump on this as we see on the replay. As that he rocks back, he's already going, and he slides in safely, way ahead of the throw.
Finley Subaru, 2.9 interest for 72 months on both the Outback and Forester. Solterra EV leases as low as $399 right now on the savings side of the freeway in St. George. FinleySubaru.com. You got a Forester, Paulie. You love Subaru. My daughter has a Crosstrek. We're both Subaru owners of sorts.
That's right.
I'm a co-signer, I should say. Yeah.
I had the Crosstrek before, and now I have the Forester. I love the brand. Great cars from Subaru.
Big cut from Trey Evans and swung right over the top as that breaking ball darted down in the zone. Trey going to College of Southern Nevada after his senior season is over. Schmidt with one out, one on. West, good speed. If Evans can find some green grass, he can score West. There's a big swing, but it's going to be tracked down. But they're going to tag West, and he'll get down to third, no problem. And now with 2 outs, wild pitch, pass ball, and maybe we can see the first run of the game. This one just got underneath it there for Trey. Just didn't quite get the fat pat of the barrel.
That's right. As just got under it too much, but still the Mustangs with a runner on third base and anything into the outfield here will get Tyler West home for the first run of this game.
MacArthur, 361 hitter. MacArthur is only a junior, so he'll be back next year. McKay Wright's a junior. You look at some of the underclassmen. Whitwer's a junior. You get some of the seniors, though, like West and Evans. Obviously, Parker Andrus, Chachi Pincock, still Barbin. Good senior class.
Yeah.
But still, some dudes. Cupboard is not bare for the future Crimson Cliffs. They're going to be a factor in Region 9 for a long time, I have a feeling.
I'd agree. Stalwarts in the region.
Dixie, Snow Canyon, Pineview, Cedar on occasion. Desert Hills has had a few state championships. But Crimson, since the school opened, makes some noise. Boys golf and baseball. Boys golf, I think they got 3 state titles in the last 4 years. So baseball 2 in a row. And Jason MacArthur is going to fight that one off out of play. J-Mac taking a long stroll out of the box now, digging back in from the left side again. 361 hitter this year.
MacArthur knows that he's got a speedy run on third. Anything into the outfield. Now, Bloop will get this run in.
Here's the pitch from Schmidt. Slow roller out to second. The play over to first is in time. And even though it wasn't hit hard, still enough time to make that play. 4-3. And that'll do it for the visitors' half of the third inning. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left on base. That's a little bit of a theme. They've left 1 on base every inning, but they haven't scored yet. We'll see if the Miners can answer in the bottom half of the third when we come back in a scoreless baseball game on KSL and the Fan Sports Network.
This is Parker. This is Jason with Team D Auto Sales.
Supporting local sports for over 20 years.
That's 2 decades. Come to Team D Auto Sales at 488 East St. George Boulevard.
Or teamdautosales.com.
Yeah! Team D, Team D.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Here at Kate Field. Scoreless baseball game as we go to the bottom of the third inning, and it is going to be Tage McKinley here, and then back to the top of the order for the Miners. High, ball one. Appreciate Intermountain Sports Performance. Get sports-specific training. There is no off-season. The summer of speed. Increase your vertical leap, your 40 time, your endurance, your power, your strength, your speed. Summer speed sign-ups available. Intermountain Sports Performance. 5 Utah locations. Park City, Logan, St. George, and a couple along the Wasatch Front. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's high as well from Steele Barbin.
Steele still dialing in the location of the pitches. Been really good with the power pitches, but the off-speed stuff kind of been going out of the strike zone a little bit. But
Barbin at 34 pitches in the game so far.
Pretty good. The Miners have worked him a little bit, but he's navigated through pretty seamlessly.
3-1 now the count after that last pitch. McKinley, left-handed hitter, swing and a foul straight back off the net, and it's full count. McKinley this year in that 9 spot. Look at his numbers. .414 batting average. 26 games appeared. A shot to short. One hop to MacArthur. The throw is going to one hop and can't dig it. And he's going to head to second. Might have a play here. Skinner, the throw down, but it's offline. And McKinley is down there at second. It's going to be a E6 on the throw is probably how they'll score this. That's what I would score it as. Hit well.
Yeah.
Just throw was
scorched.
And we saw Skinner make a great dig at first, but he just couldn't dig that one.
Now the Miners with a runner in scoring position. And an opportunity to get our first run of the game here with a decently struck ball.
And they'll score that in air on the scoreboard here.
Seen in previous Crimson games I've done, Steele doesn't really like runner on second behind him. He pays quite a bit of attention to him at times.
And this one's hit pretty well out into left center field, but Tyler West cruising over to get to it. He can cover some ground, huh?
Yeah, that's just the range of Tyler West. As we see the speed on the base pass with the stolen base the previous inning, and then that center field masterclass by him getting over there, making it look way too easy.
Tyler West's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not convinced that if he hadn't chosen to go to BYU and play wide receiver, that he couldn't have got a lot of options to go play college baseball with. He's got Major League Baseball speed.
Yeah, he does.
As a senior in high school. I can't remember exactly what they clocked him to first base, but it was about the same as, was it Acuna or Albies? I can't remember what Brave they were comparing to. His time from the box to first was identical to, one of the faster guys in the big leagues. 1-0 count now after that first pitch here to Mr. Michaelis, Justin Michaelis, the first baseman. Walked and was stranded in the first.
Stole a base as well during that half inning. Michaelis, a bigger body dude, but he's definitely got some speed on the base pass. Deceptive, I thought.
1 on, 1 out here. Barbin, nice. That one tailing away from the left-handed batter off the plate outside, and he couldn't find the range. Couldn't find the barrel. Good pitch.
Very good pitch from Steele. He's starting to settle in, but he definitely has got his pace to this game. It's a little more working the mental game a little bit between him and the batter.
1-2 the count. Runner at second, 1 out. Bottom of the third inning. No score on our Wilkinson's House Lighting scoreboard here between Crimson Cliffs and Park City. on the Fan Sports Network, KSLSports.com. Swinging a miss and got him another S&S Mechanical K hanging on the board.
And this is the stuff you start to see as he looks like King Felix out there. They should have some of the gold Ks out in the stands as he's starting to rack them up here with that power sliding away pitch. Just dropped off the table, struck him out.
It was interesting, Paul. You and I had a great conversation. We were up at Rice-Eccles Stadium this last fall, and the Corner Canyon quarterback, Wilson, younger brother of Zach Wilson, everybody knows in the state who that is, right? Going to the U, played, and then Still Barbin played the very next game during the semifinals. And a lot of the throws that Wilson was making, I felt like Barbin was making. I know that's 6A versus 4A.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, still, Barbin didn't have near the offers that Wilson had, of course, and ended up signing with Lance Anderson at Utah Tech, playing his hometown of St. George, after he serves a mission.
Great get for Lance Anderson, as it's just a kid you can plug in.
Well, and his cousin,
he's going to work.
His cousin, who we saw, quarterback Dixie High with Coach Munkers a couple years ago, he's coming back off a mission, so they might get a chance to play a couple years together at some point in time down the road. That's kind of cool. Here is Jacob DeVries, the catcher. And that one's lifted foul. Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Hey, don't forget your grads. Stock up and get a graduation card for the grad. Yeah, all the graduations, next week, right, Paulie? I know my daughter is one of those grads at St. George graduating. I think her graduation is next Wednesday, May 22nd.
Awesome moment for you,
Can't believe
man.
I'm going to have 2 graduates in about a week.
Yeah. Be an empty nester here in a few years.
There's another word I didn't think Paul would say on the broadcast today. He slipped in there. Nicely done.
Empty nester, yeah.
Chopper to third, fouled. Don't forget to grab those grads a coupon book, pack of 10 car washes. You can do exterior, you can do the VIP. They're all 30% off. So you get 10 car washes for the price of 7. And then every time you use that car wash, you swipe your Freddy's card, you get 20 cents a gallon off at the pump. Absolutely big gas savings at Fabulous Freddy's.
And also, while you're there, pick up an Ike's sandwich, some of the best sandwiches in town. I love the Matt Cain, the Madison Bumgarner, both great options.
What about the Beast Mode?
Beast Mode with the chicken I like, as we see that one rolled over. And
6-3 the put out as MacArthur gloves it, vacuum cleaners it up, and hoses it over there to first base. So pretty smooth again for Mr. Steele Barbin. Does give up, well, it wasn't a hit. We scored it in an error. So no runs, no hits, and 1 left on base, and we're through 3 full innings of scoreless baseball here from K Field. Be right back.
Transform your outdoor space with The Awning Company, St. George's top choice for awnings and outdoor enhancements. We specialize in making your backyard your favorite room of the house. With customizable options for every budget, from small projects to complete backyard remodels, we do it all. Experience superior craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and personalized service that sets us apart. For a limited time, enjoy 25% off in-stock kitchen components. Visit us at 735 South Bluff or go to theawningco.com.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Stockton Jukes, Blake O'Rule, and the crew bringing you the game today on the radio and on the video stream. And appreciate our replays today, brought to you by Red Rock Real Estate. Real estate focused on you. From land to build on eventually to luxury homes ready to move in, redrockrealestate.com. We go to the top of the fourth, scoreless baseball, Paul. You almost feel like maybe whoever scores first got the best chance to win this game. Certainly we're at the halfway point. That looks likely.
Yeah, it does, as we see Steele Barbin step into the box trying to give himself some run support here.
And that's a big swing, but it's popped up by Barbin out there in no man's land, though. In the Bermuda Triangle, it drops, and Barbin gets a bloop hit.
That's what you need. You need a little things to break your way in the playoffs. A little bit of luck goes a long way for Steele Barbin, and that one just in the perfect spot. Like you say, the Bermuda Triangle in the middle of three players. It drops in and Steele's on base.
This is a pinch runner now for Barbin, who's pitching. They're going to bring in number 12, Cutter Christensen. So Cutter's going to come in to pinch run all day long. That's probably the plan for Justin Abbott. 4 hits now, 2 by Tyler West, 1 by McKay Wright, and that bloop single by Steele Barbin. But Barbin on the other side has got a no-hitter going, Paul.
And it looks as if Schmidt really dialed in right now, though. Not allowing that bloop hit is really the most damage that's been done all day by the Mustangs.
Here's the pitch from Schmidt. Big cut by McKay Wright, who, like I just mentioned, has one of the 4 Mustang hits. Skinny's on deck. McKay Wright. I'd say McKay Wright, Parker Andrews, Trey Evans, you put them all in a home run derby, it would be interesting. I think at the end of the day, McKay and Trey would have to duke that one out. Parker would have something to say about that, though.
Yeah.
Am I missing anybody? Who else would be in a... If we had a home run contest in 4A state baseball this year, that would be a lot of fun. There's some boppers.
Yeah, there is.
That one fouled off the bat of McKay Wright, straight back up and out of play. It's a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Hey, thanks to some of our other great sponsors, the City of St. George Rec Center, Recreation Department. So many different sports and activities keep your kids active. A lot of these baseball players and their sports journey started by playing City Rec sports. sgcityrec.org. Their June Summer Sports Series, different sport every week, all month long. One low price. You got to hurry and sign up before the end of the month. sgcityrec.org. You got a couple weeks to sign up for that. Go check it out. Going to be a lot of fun. Week of basketball, week of soccer, week of volleyball. They got it all. 1-2 count here on McKay Wright. Snap throw, got him leaning a little bit, and got him over there at first base.
What a pickoff move by Schmidt, as, like you were saying, kind of Cutter Christensen just coming in to pinch run and gets leaning a little bit out there. Too much of a lead, and Schmidt picks him off for the first out of the inning. And 2 strikes currently at this at-bat as well. So a chance to pick up 2 outs quickly for Schmidt.
Mark that one down as a Mountain Land Supply top play nominee. Foul tip straight back. And you get that leadoff man aboard, and that's kind of deflating for Crimson.
Yeah, it is.
To have him erased. He was just leaning a little bit. He wasn't neutral on the balls of his feet.
I think Schmidt recognized that, ID'd it from the mound. And
it was a good pickoff move by Schmidt. There's no question. You got to give that kid credit. You got to practice that. You got to replicate that. And then you got to take it to the diamond in the state championship game. And little things like that can be the difference between winning or losing, moving on or going home.
Yeah, that's a big out in an inning where had a runner on and a chance to move him over with a hit here. But now empty bases for Schmidt, and he's back in the comfort zone again.
1-2 pitch once again, high. 2-2 the count now. I was starting to talk about McKay Wright's family, all big golfers. I was chatting with his mom last night, as one of his siblings, as they were leaving the park. And there's a little flip shot. A nice job by Michaelis to track it down, turn, and glove it and keep it off the turf field here. Take
play.
another look here. Just a blooper again. And good camera work by our crew. And they got the out. A couple nice defensive plays. The pickoff, and then Michaelis there. Outside, ball one here to Skinner. Tell me if you think he has an old school, stance and swing. Doesn't it seem old school to you? Like throwback? I love it.
Yeah.
Kind of loads up.
He's got the throwback. I finally found my favorite cleats of the weekend. Always look for my favorite shoes during basketball season. Found my favorite cleats. It looks like Skinnies. Got some Air Jordan 1 Low Chicago's on.
I dig them.
They're pretty cool looking.
They look at the wiggle, look at them load up, and then throw the hips. It doesn't barrel it up, but it's going to be an infield single as it was hit just in between short and second base, right behind the bag, and he is aboard. And a chance for a little two-out rally here maybe for Crimson Cliffs.
Yeah, this is the rally stop, two-out rally. It starts now for the Mustangs as Parker Andrews steps into the box. 280 hitter with some power, a guy that could maybe get one of the wall here is what the Mustangs would love, but any kind of hit to keep the runners moving and the line moving as well.
Here's PA, Parker Andrews. I'm going to miss this kid at the high school level, but taking his talents to Cedar City, Utah to play for the T-Birds football team.
An absolute menace on the field, but one of the nicest kids I've ever met off of it. Really down-to-earth, humble kid.
Always smiling, man. Always happy to be at the yard. He got mistaken for a coach yesterday coming in. He's built like a man already. I'm walking past them. They're coming in yesterday morning for the Snow Canyon matchup, and Parker's like, they stopped me at the gate. They wouldn't let me in. They want to see my coach's pass. I was like, I don't have a coach's pass. I'm a player. He was laughing about it. Look at the tree trunks for legs he's got. He hasn't missed leg day in a month of Sundays. And he popped them up, though, and that is a good job by Schmidt. Colton Schmidt let the defense make plays behind him, and that'll do it for the visitors' top half of the fourth inning as Parker Andrews pops up, and that'll do it. We take a break. Scoreless baseball. Miners will send up their 4, 5, and 6 hitters when we come back on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com.
Transform your outdoor space with The Awning Company, St. George's top choice for awnings and outdoor enhancements. We specialize in making your backyard your favorite room of the house. With customizable options for every budget, from small projects to complete backyard remodels, we do it all. Experience superior craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and personalized service that sets us apart. For a limited time, enjoy 25% off in-stock kitchen components. Visit us at 735 South Bluff or go to theawningco.com.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Welcome back, everybody. Paulie, what's it going to take to win this game? Some small ball, maybe one swing of the bat for a home run. No score here as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning in a nice little pitcher's duel.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about, situational baseball. This is one of those times where you get on, bunt him over, and then hit him in. It's going to take small ball to win this one because these pitchers are so dominant, so locked in early, and maybe fatigue sets in, but the way they're looking today, both sides on the mound have been really tough on the opposing batters.
Here is still Barbin. Hasn't given up a hit yet, and that one outside, ball one. What do you see from Barbin that you got to love? He's been.
I think he's been decisive. They've been locked in. The battery mates, pitcher and catcher, have been locked in together, and it really shows that they're in sync right now. As he's starting to throw a lot of strikes, throw to locations that are tough for batters to get to. I've really liked Steele's game today. Diversifying his pitches.
And beautiful pitch there. Throws Gurney. Gurney struck out but reached on a pass ball. Thing about Steele is he's commands there when he needs it, but he's not just throwing meatballs. There's a lot of movement to his pitches. And there he got him looking. And that was a bender. I think it was the slider or the slurve there. And that is an S&S mechanical strikeout. Hang it on the board. That is K number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Steele Barban.
That's right, as he's starting to really rack them up. And he's starting to attack the parts of the plate that no one wants to swing at, but it's still in the K zone. So he's really finding his pitches today. I've loved what I've seen from him. And these minors are starting to struggle with him the second time around. And I wonder if fatigue sets in again for either of these pitchers, but the way they're going right now with quick, efficient innings, this could be a deep one for both sides from the mound. As Steele rocks and delivers. Outside and away. Ball 1. Waiting for the sign. Looks it in. Begins the stretch and the delivery. Strike 1 for Steele Barban. 1-1 count, 1 out here. Kate Field, Salt Lake City Community College, home of the Bruins. Beautiful scoreboard out there in the center field. As we see another strike ring into the zone for Steele Barban. Really aggressive here as he's got 1 out, nobody on, clean bases for him. This is when he works best in my mind. Really quicker to the plate. And another K for Steele Barban. Ring him up.
Number
That's
6.
6 on the day.
Lars Ince, a victim of an S&S mechanical strikeout. SNSairconditioning.com. They got an AC tune-up right now as you take another look. Swing and a miss coming up empty. Well, you love having your ace on the mound in an elimination game. And Barban has been dialed today. 2 down now. That one just a bit outside ball 1. This is Colton Schmidt, pitcher on pitcher here. Both these guys hitting for themselves. Both athletes, right?
Yeah.
And there's a strike, firing it back in.
Tailing away and gets the call there. I like that this umpire letting that strike zone, being consistent with it though.
And that one's ripped. That's the first hit of the game, and it's Colton Schmidt that breaks up the no-hitter. Only in the 4th. A little early to start talking no-hitter, but it is the first hit of the game, and it took till the 4th. So they finally figured out a way to barrel up one off of Steele Barban.
That's right. First rule about no-hitters, don't talk about them. And we didn't speak about it, but Steele was quickly navigating through.
Oh, that's a broadcaster's jinx. I don't believe in that, Paulie.
You don't believe in that?
No.
Huh?
I have no factor on what happens down on the field. There is so many broadcasters that are superstitious that believe
know.
They say their free throw percentage and he clanks the free throw. I don't believe in that. Stockton, do you believe in that? He does. Stockton does. Okay. Well, he's a baseball guy, so he's superstitious from birth. I am a purist. Yeah. I just don't. I've done so many games, and the rare occasion that it does happen is such an anomaly that I just don't believe in it.
Yeah.
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. 1-0 pitch coming from Barban here to Royal Matthews. And that one's outside, gets away. Runner will go, and Schmidt's going to get down there to second. Actually, I think that's a runner. Did they pinch run there for the pitcher? I think they might have. Couldn't see the number there. I'll check on it. Wilkins is into pinch run there at second base. So wild pitch, and he's down into scoring position. And the Miners, first time they've really had a runner into scoring position here with 2 outs. They're looking for a rally stop, 2-out rally.
Absolutely. And runs are at a premium in this game early on as our first game here from Salt Lake Community College. And we're seeing a pitcher's duel today in this early morning game. Both guys just dialed in, bringing their best stuff. But this is a chance with a runner in scoring position, the first time all game for the Miners.
Barban rocks, fires, And another slurve for a called strike.
Oh, excuse me. They did have the stolen base by Michaelis where he was on second.
Yep, second time.
Yeah, second time.
Crimson has got Tyler West got to third earlier in this game, but couldn't score him with 2 outs. Barb in the delivery, and this one's lifted high, not deep. McKay Wright coming in, and the right fielder. Right place, right time for out number 3, and that'll do it. We've played 4 full innings of scoreless baseball here. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left on base, and we move to the 5th when we come back on the Fan in KSL.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Or maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool? Well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit St. George, Utah vacationrentals.com.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Back live here, Kate Field, home of the Salt Lake Community College Bruins. Paulie learned last week that it's called Slick here for a nickname.
Yeah, I learned that from Nash Schroeder. He was nice enough to let me know.
Here is Chachi Pencock, second baseman, leading things off here in the top of the 5th inning. We are cruising right along. No runs on 5 hits, 1 error for Crimson. Just saw the first hit of the game for Park City, but they couldn't do anything with it. So just that 1 hit, no runs and no errors for the Miners defensively in this game. Box score game line brought to you by Down East Furniture, the Feather Sectional. Go check it out at one of the many Down East Furniture locations. Also have in St. George, 245 North Red Cliffs, big Memorial Day sale coming up in a couple weeks. We're going to have 30% off the entire store. We even have a women's boutique clothing line, swim line. Go check that out at Down East Furniture. And now we've got a coach, that's Coach Fiesler, I think, that's out there chatting with his pitcher. He must have saw something he didn't like. Now it looks like a trainer maybe coming out. What's going on here, Paul? What's your guess?
Well, the skipper noticed something, and he called time for the umpire.
Like the hip. They're looking. It might be like a hip injury. Something happened there, and now they're kind of giving that hip motion, like that plant foot, that left or right hip. That's my best guess. Oh, he's been great. I mean, he's scattered those 5 hits, but, scoreless baseball, you'd love to. You don't want to go get Colton Schmidt here. You hope he can continue. Now they're doing a little hip flexor drill. We're kind of just guessing here, but that looks to be something that's aggravated for the minor pitcher, Colton Schmidt. Now they're going to leave him in the game, and he's like, I'm okay. Yeah, everybody, nicks and bruises, bumps along the way. And, man, until they went and looked at him, I would have known nothing is wrong the way he's pitched today. He's been brilliant.
Yeah. Really has been confident up there. Great delivery. Kind of deceptive delivery a little bit.
Nobody's really barreled one up. I mean, Tyler West is 2 hits up the middle. McKay Wright barreled one up, a hard hit single to left.
Well, watch the delivery a little bit as we see Schmidt. He kind of hides the ball to the last second and then pulls it out and shows it and throws it. But
Chachi Pencock going to take a 4-pitch walk. So maybe that hip is mentally bothering him just a little bit, and that's a good AB, a patient AB, and he's aboard. That is the first walk of the game given up by Schmidt.
Excellent control thus far. But we're going to see another visit on the mound, meeting on the mound, UD and Associates.
They might be coming to get him here.
Yeah. I think there's some worry about his health right now.
And a scoreless game, he's got you into the fifth. Where's his pitch count? Now, second meeting, you'd have to take him out. Unless they said that was an injury and it wasn't an official. So we'll check on that and see what they decide to do. Keep it right here. Gives us a chance to thank some of our great sponsors. Cache Valley Bank, your financial outfitter. Cache Valley Bank, mountains away. Dealer Collision Center, proud sponsor of the tournament. And that'll do it. They are going to go get him. Schmidt is done. And the numbers on Schmidt were good today, and he's going to get a no decision, obviously. He does, I shouldn't say that because he is responsible for Chachi Pincock out there at first base. The number today, the pitcher going to go 4 full innings, 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. So kind of let the defense do his thing.
That's right.
Not blowing it by you, not a ton of Ks, not like we've seen with Still Barbin, who's got 6 strikeouts already in this game, but equally as efficient because there's a goose egg on the scoreboard. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. New pitcher coming into the game is Griffin Rogers. We'll get you his numbers right after this message from our sponsors. Back in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegma from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Griffin Rogers, left-handed pitcher, in a scoreless game coming into pitch here in the top of the 5th inning. The season numbers coming in, 2.36 ERA. He is 5-0, hasn't lost this year. He's made 11 appearances. And 35 2/3 innings pitched on the year. And he's given up 18 runs, only 12 earned. He's walked 21. He struck out 51, so does have strikeout potential, to say the least. I mean, you look at Schmidt, came in with 40 Ks. He comes in with more than that on the season. So this guy's got some good stuff on that left side. So, third time through, just changing it up, and felt like it was time with maybe that hip aggravated injury to go get him. I'm sure he didn't want to come out of this game. The pitch count, though, you're kind of thinking ahead. They kept him under 65.
Yeah.
So he can come back on 1 day's rest and would be available again on Thursday if the Miners are playing on Thursday, and they're hoping to.
Coach Fiesler obviously saving his best pitcher, Schmidt, and now
this is Rogers.
Griffin Rogers, right?
Yep. They move him from center field.
Saving his best 2 pitchers for this win and this elimination type scenario.
Well, and DeVries gave them a good start yesterday. Oh, and a throw behind the runner at first, but back in time. But we saw 1 pickoff already.
But the stashing element to the state tournament is a huge thing. It's an all-hands-on-deck situation in an elimination game, and Griffin Rogers obviously comes in with no runs on the board, but he inherited a runner. So let's see if he's able to navigate through this inning for the Miners.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. He's going to step off and throw back to first. So Nestor is in center, Breza in right, and Diamond is in right, Nestor is in center, and Breza is in left right now defensively. And then everything else stays pretty much the same. And another throw back over there to first base by Griffin Rogers. Again, the next game scheduled for you, another elimination game. That'll be Ridgeline, and that'll be Bear River, Region 11 battle. Winner will move on, have a shot to play the winner or the loser of this game tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then and maybe get a crack to keep rolling through that one-loss side of the bracket. Dixie and Desert Hills, the nightcap tonight. We're sitting back, kind of hanging out, getting ready for that 7 o'clock game. Snow Canyon and Timpanogos, a lot of people looking forward to that. Number 2 versus number 3 in the seeding. That'll be the 4 o'clock game this afternoon. Or is it 4:30?
I believe 4:30
Yeah.
on that one.
Yep. Got my bracket right here. Just need to look at it. 2-2 the count here with nobody out. We're in the 5th, top half. Mustangs got one on. Chachi Pencock drew that walk. This is Whitwer at the plate. Whitwer, a junior. And he takes strike 3. Whitwer goes down looking, and he'll have to take that stroll back to the dugout.
Yeah, that was a good pitch from Griffin Rogers as he just kind of threw that high in the zone. I thought it was a little high to be a strike, but umpire saw it differently, obviously closer than me. We'll side towards his judgment. And it's a strikeout either way, backwards K for Griffin Rogers.
Here's
first at bat.
Here's Tyler West, 2 for 2. Both shots back up the middle. DeVries was going to throw down there, but Pencock was back close enough to the bag.
Tyler West not thinking sacrifice bunt here. He's thinking bunt here. He's going to use that speed down the line if he squares up for the bunt again. Let's see.
525 batting average this year. Up the middle, but they were playing him right there, and it's a double play ball. Huge pitch there by Griffin Rogers, and they were shading him because both shots had been up the middle, and West goes up the middle again, and this time the Miners were ready. Take a look. Here's your Red Rock Real Estate replay.
And we see right here just straight up the gut and great hand-eye coordination.
And it's the shift, right? It's the shift that really makes that play easy. If the shortstop's playing where he was earlier, it's another hit for Tyler West. So they finally get Tyler West out, and we go to the home half of the 5th. No score here on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Miners Mustangs locked in a pitcher's duel.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Well, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Hey, we're back. High school baseball presented by the Boulevard, making your house more like home for 50 years. Buy smart, buy at the Boulevard, and stop by one of their many Southern Utah locations, Mesquite. And, of course, stream today on KSLSports.com, presented by UCCU Credit Union. Love where you bank. First pitch, I'll pop up out of play for strike 1. This is Keller Hill, the 8-hitter in the minor lineup, then Tage McKinley, and then back to the top of the order in Griffin Rogers. Breaking ball paints the inside part of the plate. Strike 2, and Keller Hill did not like that call.
Keller had some work.
Hit his bat. Did it actually nick the barrel of the bat? Is that why it was a strike?
It was a foul tip.
Okay. Good catch, guys. Regardless, here's the 0-2 pitch, and right back up the middle. Can MacArthur get to it? No, it's into center field for a leadoff single for Keller Hill. First hit of the game for Keller.
And way to help turn the lineup over here as you get a hit from your 8-hitter in the 8-hole. That is a huge acquisition for the Miners as they've got a man on and about to turn over to the top of the lineup here with an opportunity to get 2 on here pending a hit from the 9-hitter, McKinley.
Keller Hill now 1 for 2 on the day after that hit. And a bunt, strike, as he didn't pull it back and could not find the barrel on the baseball.
Miners realizing time and situation in this game, getting into the later innings. Runs are at a premium. It's time to implement the get him on, get him over, get him in.
And bunt. And it got him? I think it got him. So now all of a sudden, runners on first and second with nobody out. That's the second hit batter of the day by Still Barbin. And that's your number 9 hitter. You certainly don't want to give him a free pass, do you? But McKinley hits over 400.
Yeah. And now you see the lineup turning over. We're back at the top of the order here for the Miners.
Well, and Barbin on a Tuesday, I mean, you're gonna use him up, or are you gonna go get him and keep him and his pitch count? You're at 67, 68 now, I think. 68 for Still Barbin. So you already know you're going to have to at least have 1 day's rest. If you go over 85, 2 days rest. And so obviously you still got some pitches to give. So if he's going to go get him, he's not going to go get him right now.
Yeah.
He just wants to talk about how he's feeling, check on him. Now, Justin Abbott, been the coach since Crimson opened their doors, the newest school in St. George, Washington Fields. He was a pitcher. In fact, I have a St. George Roadrunners jersey. It was a number 19. It was Think Pink night at the ballpark. They auctioned off all the jersey of the Roadrunners for cancer awareness. And I picked one up. And I've been meaning for about a year to give it to Coach Abbott. I think, he doesn't have an old jersey, and that one's kind of a cool one. And he actually signed it for me when he was a player. I was doing the on-field promotions back then. That was, what was that, 2007, 2008, when the Independent Golden Baseball League had a team in St. George. Hadn't had one for 7 or 8 years since the Zion Pioneers left right around the year 2000. 2001, I think, was their last year. Some of our Southern Utah listeners will remember the days. It's so hot in St. George. Don't serve beers. A lot of things when it's 1:10 and it's a 7 o'clock game in July.
Yeah. Those are elements for sure.
That's why you're going to see the new Las Vegas Oakland A's affiliate team build that beautiful new indoor retractable stadium.
Yeah.
They demoed that casino, right, where they're putting
Tropicana, yeah. That's
saw that the other day.
Up in smoke now, so.
The old Trop, man. Did you get down there and lose some money on the blackjack tables before that thing got demolished?
It's one of the pillars of Las Vegas that goes down, the Trop.
1-0 pitch and a slow roller. Could be 2. Pencock to second. And they pulled him off the bag. They say MacArthur never got his foot on the bag. We have to take another look. Yeah, he's off, and it's a tie. You see him get back to the bag, and both their feet came down identical, worth another look. And now this will do it. I think they're going to go get Still Barbin. Or no, they're just going to go, and Justin Abbott is going to challenge the call. Does he get back? Ooh, that is close. The umpire has the best view. He's 3 feet away. He's looking right at it. And it was close, but what did you think there, Paul?
I thought he got him. I mean, it was close, but I mean.
One more look.
Ooh,
yeah. They're both right coming down almost simultaneous. And what is the old adage? Tie goes to the runner.
It's a bang-bang play.
I think that's the right call. We had a great camera angle there on that play. And Justin Abbott's now asking the third member if he saw anything different. He's fighting for his guys here, maybe lobbying for the next one. I don't think they're going to overturn this. I just don't think there's enough. Call on the field should stand, I would guess. Safe, yeah, he's safe. Yeah, and look, you go do that, and you say, hey, what'd you see? It looked like he was out from the dugout, and then they talk it through, and I can't argue with that call down on the field because it looked to be simultaneous. I think we're all in agreement up here in the booth. We're probably the only people in the booth that have replay for us to double check that.
Yeah.
So now, base is loaded with nobody out, and still Bartman's got himself into a little pickle here. He's got to work out of a jam.
Yeah, this is the first scary situation we've seen.
You thought maybe that ground ball could have been a double play. Instead, you don't get anything. That's disastrous there, and that is the second error. And I think it's a throwing error, pulling him off the bag, that is how I would score that. Yeah, they put 2 errors, so the scorekeeper here at Kate Field agrees with me on the error. And that's outside. And all of a sudden it's 2-0, and you got nowhere to put Michaelis. Justin Michaelis, the first baseman, walked and was stranded, struck out. He's 0 for 1 today. Rocking number 9, Mickey Mantle's number. Great players to wear number 9, Paulie. Go.
I think Mantle's 7, buddy.
Oh, was he 7?
I think so.
What was Maris?
Mickey Mantle is 7.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I just botched that one.
Yogi Berra, number 9? Yogi was 8. Garrick was 9. Lou Garrick.
I knew there was a famous...
The Iron Horse. That's who you were looking for.
Yeah. Ted Williams won 9. Drew Brees. Joe DiMaggio wore 9.
The Yankee Clipper. Love him.
Didn't Reggie Jackson?
Reggie Jackson wore 44, I believe.
Did he wear 9 first? I'll have to check on that. I wore 9 in high school. 42 is Jackie Robinson Day, but Reggie Jackson is who I meant to say. I think Reggie Jackson wore 9.
Oh, wow.
And there you go. We got the first run of the game, and the scoreless tie is over. Park City strikes first. They mine in a run and lead 1-0 over Crimson.
And they're digging for gold here. They don't want just one. They want to mine for a big chunk here. Something in the outfield, get a big hit, really bust this game open.
Just a 4-pitch walk there and just didn't have anywhere to put him. And so Michaelis will get credit with that RBI.
And this is going to do it, I believe, for Steele Bartman.
Well, he's under 85, right? And so, this is not a bad spot to maybe go get him. And if you can come back and win this game, you'll have him for, potentially a Thursday game if needs be, and that'll do it. Still, in his senior season, is coming off the mound. We got a pitching change brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance, and we'll talk about it after this 30-second timeout on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Everyone loves local sports, and of course loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Back here, pitching change for Justin Abbott. And the two-time state champs are giving the baseball to Cronendonk. Statton's been good. He's been solid. And big, tall righty. And you get the numbers real quickly here for you. 2.36 ERA, 4-1 record, made 10 appearances. Does have one save. And Cronendonk, 32 2/3 work. Good strikeout to walk ratio. 37 Ks to 12 walks. And opponents do have 2 home runs off of him. And opponents are hitting just 239 against him as well. So some pretty decent numbers there as he comes in a big spot with the bases loaded, now trailing 1-0.
Yeah, the water's boiling here. It's getting hot. This is a super high leverage situation.
Now, they've made some defensive changes, nothing in the outfield, but Pencock has went from second to third, and Steele has went to second base. Parker Andrus is now over at first base, and so Skinner is now just DHing probably. They've made some adjustments there, and Skinner is not on the field defensively at the moment with Cronendonk in to pitch. Here's the first pitch inside, ball 1. And this is Jacob DeVries, the catcher, struck out, grounded out 0 for 2 in the game.
Cronendonk, this is a huge situation for him. He's obviously got a save on the season, so he's been in there in high leverage spots as he gets a pop up to right field.
Yeah, and McKay right out and right.
Right.
Going to try to throw it all the way down, and the tag is not in time. They let that ball go through, and good speed there from Tage McKinley, and it's now a 2-0 Miners lead.
As we see on the replay here, this was a perfect angle by our crew as Blake gets the shot, and throw to the plate just not quite in time. That slide was perfectly executed.
I mean, McKay Wright, that's a good throw.
Yeah.
You know, he's coming in, he's crow hopping, he's letting it fly. It was right on line, just a split second late. Good speed there on the tag.
McKay Wright, a big, strong kid, strong arm, and had, that ball was zipped to the plate, but just not quite in time. Now 2-0 on the scoreboard for the Miners as they're mining for more gold here, looking for more runs to pile on.
And there's a shot back to Cronendonk, and it's a double play ball. He caught it and then threw it to first behind the runner, and at least that double play, brought to you by Outdoor Furniture in St. George, gets them out of the inning. Take another look.
Yeah, how about a Mountain Land Supply Defensive Player of the Game nominee here in a huge spot, needed the outs, got 2 of them in a quick way, and they're out of the inning. The Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, but still they lose 2 runs. It's 2-0 on the big board.
All right, so now pressure mounts. Later stages of this game, Crimson finds himself behind. We'll go to the top of the 6th when we come back. Park City got 2 big runs on just 1 hit, and we will be back here to Kate Field in a minute after a message from our great local sponsors.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cass Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Kate Field here, home of the Bruins, and this is the home site for the bracket play. We had regional games and super regional games at home sites and been up here since yesterday, and we will be here till Saturday till we crown a champion. If somebody is dogpiling on the mound or dogpiling at home plate on a walk-off, we will see who will take home the 4A title. Some great teams here contending. Crimson, the two-time champs, Paulie, they got to dig deep now. Every at-bat magnified now as you're down to your last 6 outs in this game.
Not every at-bat, but every pitch now. It's starting to get down to it. We're in the 6th inning. They've only got 2 more chances to come up to bat if they don't tie it up. So this is it. You got to get going, got to get the line moving. However you can get on, any way you can get on base.
Here's a guy who can get you jump-started, Trey Evans. Outside, 2-0. Or, 1-1 after the foul ball, and then that one missing outside. Popped up and lined out to deep center. He's 0 for 2 today. Bender there. Griffin Rogers in relief. Now in line to get the win. He's got 6 on the season. Outside. And it's 3-1 to Trey Evans.
Griffin Rogers, the number 1 hitter on the Miners team, batting .438, and one of their best pitchers as well, a dual threat.
Trey Evans walks. They didn't want anything to do with the .342 hitter, Trey, aboard.
And that's a big walk, as I was saying just a few moments ago. Get runners any way you can, whether that be a hit by a pitch, a walk, or putting one out into the field in play. But the table's set now as the Mustangs trying to stage a rally here.
They've got the leadoff runner on in 3 of the 5 previous innings. Now this is their 4th. So they've been able to set the table. I mean, Tyler West led off the game with a single. We saw McKay Wright lead off the second with a single. And then you've seen a walk by Chachi Pincock back in the 5th, and now a walk in the 6th. So 4 innings, you've got that guy aboard, but they just haven't been able to. The closest they came to scoring is Tyler West was at third base with 2 outs. But they couldn't do anything. And now American Family Insurance, Luke Udy meeting on the mound. Gives us a chance to thank some of our other great sponsors. Coral Canyon Golf Course. If you're heading down to St. George or you just want to get out and play, you got the local special, $75, 18 holes with a cart. After 1 p.m. any day of the week, Coral Canyon. It's fantastic. Coral Canyon Golf Course. Check them out. You can book online or call 435-688-1700. Maybe you want to take the kids out this week for a night out, family night, or maybe some weekend fun. Maybe you got an upcoming birthday party. Check out The Rink, skatetherink.com. Got music and DJs on the weekend, good food, go roller skate.
Get to the rink. I know how to ice skate, just haven't rollerbladed in a long time. Pretty much the same concept.
Yeah, you got things on your feet.
Yeah.
And you're not walking.
Moving at a high rate of speed, I can really.
You are speed.
I am speed defined.
They have put some more speed on the base pass, so Trey Evans is going to be pinch run, and that is White. White is at first. Wind is still just maybe 6-7 miles an hour blowing out towards left center field. Big old spinner, but it stays high, and I don't know if it got back over the plate or not there from Griffin Rogers.
Starting to see the River Hawks and Bears start to form into Salt Lake Community College Cape Field here.
Throw over to first. White back in plenty of time on a head first slide. Appreciate Handel's Homemade Ice Cream, open late, 7 days a week. Stop by for the best ice cream on the planet. Bluff Street in St. George, or stop by one of their many Utah locations. There's a bunt going to be foul. So Jason MacArthur tried to throw that one down the third baseline and just couldn't quite keep it in fair territory. We saw him yesterday do that and get aboard. I believe it was MacArthur with that bunt single. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it was MacArthur.
Put it perfectly out there, no man's land when they weren't expecting it. Now what does he do? 1-2, he's probably swinging. I mean, look, he's a .361 hitter.
Yeah. Down 2.
That's the element of surprise. You're trying to let them lay it down, and it didn't work. Now you got to swing away.
That's right. In this kind of game where you're down 2.
2-2 after that last pitch misses.
Need one here. Need a hit. Any way you can get it.
And just outside ball 3. That was nibbling on the corner.
Good framing attempt as well.
Yep. Yeah, DeVries froze that mid, didn't he? Tried to frame it up.
Yep.
Big spot here for the Mustangs in the top of the 6th inning. 1 on, no outs. 3-2 pitch coming to Jason MacArthur, the junior. And before that, a snap throw back over to first base. Rogers just saying, I'm paying attention. Don't get too big of a lead. He's got, well, he doesn't, but Schmidt had one pick off earlier in this game over at first that erased a base runner. MacArthur jammed up a little bit. He's going to fight it into shallow center field, but no problem out there for Nestor. And that's the first out of the inning.
Mustangs now down to 5 outs on their season here as Steele Barban steps into the box. Had a great day pitching. Obviously had that bases inning jam that he had to leave the game, but now here's a chance to try and get one back for the Mustangs.
Steele Barban 1 for 2. Had a bloop single out in no man's land. Kind of dropped a dirty bomb on Park City. But then they pinch ran for him, and that's the pickoff that I was just talking about, and that erased that leadoff hit by Barban, which was back in the 4th, I believe. Here he is in the 6th. 1 on, 1 out. 1-1 count. Rogers looks pretty calm out there. Looks pretty solid since coming in as a reliever today for Schmidt. Another throw back over to first. White dives back safely. 2-0 Park City leading. Elimination game. Winner will play at 11 tomorrow. Loser season comes to an end, and it was a short stint up in bracket play. This is the 6 versus 7 seed. I kind of throw the seeding out the window at this point in time.
Yeah.
Obviously, matchups are all good at this point.
Absolutely. And this is where that heart of a champion, that culture of the Crimson program, see if that can will a run across the plate here, as these guys have been in these spots. They've been in high leverage situations. Just 2 back-to-back years, won the whole thing. So let's see if they've got a little bit of that drive and motivation to try and finish this one out and tie this game.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and a big strikeout. Barban goes down.
That's a big one for the Miners, as now Parker Andrus, or no, Cranendonk steps into the box, I believe. No.
McKay Wright. Yep, McKay Wright.
See the number?
And then Skinner will be on deck here if they can get to him. Mustangs trying to get a little rally stop, 2-out rally going. Rogers comes to the plate, and McKay Wright fouls it straight back. It's a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Just a reminder, our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show will have a fairly quick postgame show so we can, take a break, spin it around, get our books filled out, and get ready for the next broadcast. But we'll name some awards: Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. We've seen some great plays today. Picked the Finley Subaru Star of the Game, plus a few other awards. McKay Wright checks his swing, and it hits the end of the bat and goes foul. So now 0-2. McKay today, 1 for 2. Ripped a single into left field and then popped up to first base. And a big cut, and down he goes. An S&S Mechanical strikeout, and that'll do it for the 6. Park City can try to go get some insurance runs, and they are 3 defensive outs away from moving on, staying alive. Or will the Mustangs find a rally? Stay tuned to find out here on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network, your home for the 4A State Baseball Tournament.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Did you know that it costs less to maintain your equipment than to repair it? Yet 90% of breakdowns are caused by system neglect. Give your heating, cooling, and plumbing the care they deserve. For all your air conditioning and plumbing needs, turn to the experts.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Salt Lake Community College, home of the Bruins, home of the 4A State Baseball Tournament. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff with you here in our broadcast booth, brought to you by Intermountain Sports Performance. There is no off-season. Get sports-specific training at Intermountain Sports Performance. Locations from Logan to Park City to St. George. Summer of Speed coming up. I'm going to put my 12-year-old daughter in the speed training starting as soon as school gets out. Just gets a little more free time on her hands. Paulie, how fast do you think you can run on a treadmill? 7, 8 miles an hour? You think you could do it?
Maybe. Maybe we get above 5.
You don't have Tyreek Hill speed?
No. I haven't sprinted in a long time.
I love it when they show the breakaway long pass in the NFL and they put the speed tracker on them. They show the DK Metcalfs and the Tyreek Hills going 22, 23 miles an hour into the end zone. I'd love to have a stopwatch on Tyler West in his time. I'd love to time him from home all the way around to home and see how fast you could get there. Staten, Cronendonk back into pitch in the bottom of the 6th inning, the home half here, and the leadoff man is stepping in. And this is going to be a big spot for some insurance runs. Checks to swing. Is this a pinch hitter or is this Diamond? This is Diamond, yeah. He is getting his first. No, this is his second at-bat. He got one at-bat. And there's a drive into left, but Trey Evans jumps, leaps, and makes the catch. Almost came in too far, but able to make that catch for out number 1.
Yeah, kind of misjudged it off the initial read. Kind of led up to it a little bit as we see on the replay here. Kind of makes a jump towards the ball and makes the play, but it could have gotten over his head, and that could have been trouble for the Mustangs. But nonetheless, jumps, leaps, and bounds, makes the play.
Now, we do have a pinch hitter here, I believe, as the umpire, I thought, just put something down in the book here. What number is that?
Trying to get a read. Once he's
number 31. And that is Jack Saldiga. So Jack Saldiga is in as the pinch hitter here for the Miners in the 6th inning. And it's a line shot into center field, and it's a 1-out hit.
Pinch hit up the middle. Great shot.
Saldiga is aboard. And that is a third hit of the game. 1, 2, third, just the third hit of the game for the Miners.
Yeah.
So Coach Fiesler there, finding a guy to come in. Pitch hitting is such a tough spot, right?
Yeah. Got to be cold off the bench, come straight into the game, not know when you're going to be put in the game. But I've always said pinch hitters, closers, those are guys that are ready for big spots, ready for big situations, high pressure. And now the Miners with a man on 1 out and looking to add on some insurance runs here as we are racing towards the end of this game as Cronendonk rears back, throws. And it's a strike. Good response there from him.
This is Royal Matthews at the plate. And here comes little eye checking the runner there from Staten. And that one's going to be outside. They're going to go. A little delayed steal after it bounced away. And they got him Austin Smith down there to steal Barber, and they tag him out.
We've seen some great catcher athleticism and plays this week. Yesterday, specifically, Ridge Erickson made a great throw over to second. And as we see on the replay here, Austin Smith just...
I think that's a pinch runner, Rogers, and it just doesn't get very far away.
Just a great throw.
Oh, my gosh, that throw one hops right to the front of the bag. So, because it looked like he was going to get there. Like 6 feet from the bag, I thought in my head, he's there.
Yeah.
But the throw was so perfect, he hardly had to move the glove, and the mitt was basically in the front of the bag.
That's right.
Nice put out there from Austin Smith behind the dish for the Mustangs. And now 2 outs. And you erase that pinch hit single. And now a grounder to second. Barbing up with it. The throw over there first to Andrus. And that'll do it. But the Mustangs go to the top of the 7th. They are chasing 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. Park City, 3 defensive outs away from a potential victory in the one-loss side of the bracket in this elimination game. Stay tuned for the finish.
Transform your outdoor space with the Awning Company, St. George's top choice for awnings and outdoor enhancements. We specialize in making your backyard your favorite room of the house. With customizable options for every budget, from small projects to complete backyard remodels, we do it all. Experience superior craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and personalized service that sets us apart. For a limited time, enjoy 25% off in-stock kitchen components. Visit us at 735 South Bluff or go to theawningco.com.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer or stop by any branch.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Crunch time for Crimson Cliffs. Can they find some magic here late in this game? And Skinny leading off. Kyler Skinner. I don't know if there's a better guy to lead off this inning. This guy is a baseball grinder, man.
Yeah, this is going to be a battle, this at bat. As we see coming down to the stretch here.
And that fastball inside part of the plate. And so Skinner now 0-2, way behind the Rogers in the count.
Just a magnificent pitch on the inner half and finds the strike zone.
Skinner does have one of the 5 Crimson hits today, but hasn't equated in any runs. And there's a slow roller out to second. And that's going to be out number 1 as it's an easy 4-3 put out.
That's the perfect thing you want if you're the Miners, is to just not get into deep counts, just get a ground ball, get a fly ball, whatever it may be, strike out, but don't grind these long at bats and give the Mustangs a pitch to hit as the Miners get the first out there on the 4-3 put out.
This would be a surprise to many, myself included, if Crimson goes 0-2 here in bracket play and the defending champs are out just like that. I mean, they played such a good game but came up a run short against Snow Canyon yesterday.
Yeah.
Got a brilliant start. I mean, Park City has less hits, 3 hits, but 2 runs. 5 hits for the Mustangs with no runs. You got to give credit to Rogers and Schmidt, though. These 2 pitchers that have thrown for the Miners today have been really solid.
Yeah, they've been nails today.
Defense has made no errors behind their pitchers. And it's baseball, right? Some days the bats just aren't there.
Yeah.
Not over yet, but down to their final 2 outs, so the season will come to a close, and the trek for a three-peat will end. A swing and a miss, strike 3, down to your last out.
Parker Andrus.
He went down swinging, though.
He did.
Wasn't going to go down looking.
Yeah. He was looking for that cut, get on base, maybe even send one over the wall, but not able to. And now the Mustangs, the sand in the hourglass running out on them here.
Might be the last at bat of Parker Andrus' high school career. Chachi Pincock will step in. Last hope here to keep things rolling. And you love what you see from Griffin Rogers right now if you're a Miner fan. He has come in and been just very, very effective.
And it's also pretty crazy that a lot of these Mustangs, multi-sport, three-sport stars.
Popped him up, but it's going to get just out on the berm behind the bleachers and out of play. Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Appreciate the rink. Finley Subaru. Appreciate Nets on Fire, our score updates. We'll get to the recaps later, but Nets on Fire, we kind of look ahead the next game. That'll be Ridgeline, and that'll be a Region 11 battle with the Bear River Bears. They both lost, so that'll be the second elimination game. And Chachi Pincock trying to keep things going for the Mustangs. He's not playing his last baseball game. He's signed, going to play for Glendale Community College. He's got the Air One lows on, too.
Yeah.
Those are sweet. And a swing and a shot. It's down the line, and it's going to twist foul. Ooh, good. Ooh. Could have been extra bases, but about maybe 15 feet left of the chalk line here at Kate Field. Sun is out. Wind is just pretty gentle from right field blowing over to the corner and left field, kind of a west wind. And here is the 2-2 pitch from Griffin Rogers inside. Ball 3, full count. Good AB going here for Chachi.
Yeah, this is what they needed earlier with no outs, and they're fighting him, trying to get the favorable count. Now they're at a full count, but Chachi needs to put base on ball here.
And a pop up, and this one's going to get up and out of play.
Bat on ball, I should say, as he did, but lifted it foul.
Crimson on life support here. The back-to-back champs on the brink of elimination. Need a base runner here to get that tying run to the plate. And Chachi Pincock's going to fight another one off. He's grinding.
He is.
He's battling.
He knows the season's on the line here, and he knows that there's a lot of seniors on this team that do not want to go home, make this their last game. And Chachi fighting for him there. And
himself included. He is one of those seniors. Hitting .394 this year. The pitch. And this one popped up again right behind home plate. Is there room to make the play? Yes, there is. And that's it. Game over. Game over. Park City wins it 2-0 the final.
The Miners strike gold. They find a way to get it done in a game where they only had 3 hits. But timely hitting and some great pitching from both pitchers that came in, and they've navigated through the 2-time state champions the last 2 years.
We'll take a break, come back. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Park City moving on, 11 a.m. tomorrow. We'll see who they end up facing a little later today. For the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, the run is over. What a great run it was the last 2 seasons. The champs, the rings, but not to be this year. They lose yesterday, a 1-run game to Snow Canyon, and they lose 2-0 today. No runs on 5 hits, 2 errors for the Mustangs. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors for the Miners, and the Miners get the 2-0 victory. Back with the post-game festivities after a message from our great local partners.
Did you know that it costs less to maintain your equipment than to repair it? Yet 90% of breakdowns are caused by system neglect. Give your heating, cooling, and plumbing the care they deserve. For all your air conditioning and plumbing needs, turn to the experts.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the quarter field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Back live here for you in our post-game festivities. I switched headsets on Stockton, screwed them up. And there's 2 headsets in here. I just grabbed one in the post-game show, and off we go. It's presented by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. See why so many choose Dr. Cody with all their kids' dental needs. Summer's coming. Great time right now in between your summer trips and going to grandma's house and going to the swimming pool to go get your teeth cleaned. The new patient special is $79. They haven't raised their price in years. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 2 St. George locations. Paul, your thoughts? Both teams great on the hill today. Low-scoring affair. Park City victorious.
Yeah, it was just kind of a really like a pitcher's duel between these 2 teams, as both guys, both Schmidt and Barban, had their best stuff going early, and then the relief effort from Griffin Rogers for the Miners was so key. 3 innings, no runs, and he gave them the time, and they were chipping away, getting runners on the Miners, but they finally get the timely hit to bring in 2 runs, and it's a 2-0 ball game. Kind of, we saw some shootouts yesterday, some higher scoring games. We also had a 2-3 game in the Crimson Cliff Snow Canyon game. This game kind of followed that script, more low scoring, just great pitching all around.
Yeah, not often Crimson Cliffs can say they lost despite out hitting an opponent. 5 hits to 3. Tyler West led Crimson, 2 hits. Again, they got a lot of lead runners on. Just couldn't do much against them. Griffin Rogers gets the win for Park City. I think he's our Jersey Mike sub of the game. He comes in 3 innings pitched in relief, shutout, no-hit baseball.
I would say that that's the best pick because he did just stabilize them in a time where, Park City was giving up a couple walks, couple hits, but he came in and stabilized them and really powered them through this game.
Yeah, our Finley Subaru star of the game, probably Colton Schmidt. He steps on the hill. He gives up 5 hits, but 0 runs over 4 innings. Wasn't dominant, but was very effective. Still Barban, the senior, playing his last baseball game for the Mustangs, takes the loss. And, you just didn't have the firepower today. You just couldn't string a hit and a hit and a hit together. And Park City gets the 2-0 win. Your Finley Subaru star of the game. Let's go with Schmidt.
Okay.
Sub of the game. The pitchers. You shut them out.
Yeah.
You got to give
this
love.
was a pitcher's duel.
Where love is due. As for our Mountain Land Supply defensive play of the game, what are you thinking?
Oh, I would say that double play ball where I believe it was Rogers, it was hit right back at him and he threw, or was that still, that was still Barban that completed that double play. I think that was the unassisted double play was the best play of the game for the Mustangs and our Mountain Land Supply defensive play of the game.
There you go. Energy play, Scooter's Coffee. Anything come to mind?
How about the aggression on the base paths by the Miners towards the end? They had the hit and run on to get that second run in and late in the game. I think that was the energy, was the coaching staff of the Miners being a little more aggressive.
Yeah, no question. There you go. Appreciate Scooter's Coffee in Hurricane. And this one is in the books. Next game coming up, we might be on time. It's scheduled 1:30. I'm guessing it's going to be more like a 1:37, 1:40 start, just because of the it's already 1:07 right now. So for our streaming audience, stay tuned. We'll be back on the air 10-15 minutes for pregame before the next game. For our listeners on radio back in St. George on the Fan Sports Network, we'll be on the air somewhere around 4:15, give or take, depending on the length of this game, with the simulcast of the Snow Canyon Timpanogos game. And then after that, we'll have a radio doubleheader with Desert Hills and Dixie in a Region 9 showdown tonight. That one's scheduled for 7 o'clock, assuming everything stays on time. Shout out to Park City. Good win. This minor team trying to fight through the one-loss side of the bracket. They'll play at 11 a.m. tomorrow. We don't know who they will play yet. We'll have to wait and see how the games play out today. And for Crimson Cliffs, the 2-time defending state champs, the season comes to an end with 2 quick losses, and they are going home. Congratulations to Coach Abbott and those seniors, but it just wasn't meant to be this time around.
Absolutely, as they've won a lot of state championships, football, baseball over the years, but this was just not the year for Crimson Cliffs, as they do go home a little bit early this year.
All right, for our entire crew, who will be back for the next game, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening on KSL Sports, presented by UCCU Credit Union, Love Where You Bank, and presented by the Boulevard. This has been the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry Postgame Show on the Fan Sports Network. We'll see you a little bit later on the Fan this afternoon, and we'll see you coming up here in about 15, 20 minutes on KSLSports.com. The next game, it's an elimination game between Ridgeline and Bear River. Stay with us for that. See you in a bit.